to my channel. We have another DIY video today, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog licking his bone in the background, but it's the only way I can get him to stop playing with his toy. But anyways, so it is wintertime here and it is extremely cold, and I want a chunky blanket, but I do not want to pay the $200 or $300 it is for a chunky blanket, so I decided to make one. Now, I have my yarn here. I have about like 5, I don't even know what these called, bundles, I guess, of it. And it's by Yarnspirations, and it's the Bernay blanket, and it's the extra one, so it's like fluffy and super thick. So I saw this video of you just kind of like loop it with your hands, and then you kind of like make a blanket. So we're gonna try that out today. I don't know how this is gonna go. We're gonna start with the first roll. So let me just open this guy. I think this is what you're supposed to do. Maybe you weren't supposed to take it out of this. Oh well. I don't know how to knit or any crochet or anything, so this is gonna be interesting. So from what I saw, they said you're supposed to make a loop. They didn't say how long the tail's supposed to be, so hopefully it's not too bad. So they said you make a loop, and then you pull this through, and I think their yarn's actually like twice as fluffy as mine. So you're supposed to loop it through and make a loop, like a slip knot kind of, and then you kind of just lay it down, and then, I don't even know how to explain this. You just make another loop through it, and then you keep doing that. So it said you're supposed to do about the same size loops, and you make like 25, I think they said 25 loops for one row. So we'll see how that goes. So I think that was 3, and then you just keep doing this. 25. So that's 25. So I think this is how wide it's supposed to be, but I don't think that really covers anything. I think I like blankets a little bit wider. So I think I'm gonna do more than 25, and hopefully I just don't have a short blanket, because that would really suck. If not, this is just gonna be a throw on the couch, and then it'd just be like decorative, I guess. So that was 25. I'm gonna try 30 and see how that comes out. That's 30. I think that's a little bit longer. I think the 30 is gonna work lengthwise, or width. Which part is that? Widthwise, I guess? Like across your body, like laying this way. So now we need to go lengthwise. So I did the first row. Now I think you somehow loop it again, but go up. It says to make another loop inside the 30th one, but like make it go up. So here's the last loop, and I'm just putting another one in it, but like angling it up, I guess. This, but flip it this way. Oh, okay. Okay, we're just gonna try this. So now you take the yarn that's still in the bundle, and then you go over to the last row, the top part loop that's showing, and then just make a loop through that. So, let's see. I think that's all you do. And you just keep going down. So this will be easier to actually count now that I'm looking at it. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably not. So we're on the second row now. So I don't know if you guys could have saw what I was doing back there. So we're taking the tail, and then we're making just a loop or sticking it through the first row, the top part of the first row. So let me see if I can do it backwards. Show you guys. I'm just taking the tail, the top of this guy, and sticking it through. Like that. And so that it makes another loop like these guys. So I'm gonna do that all the way down. You're supposed to have 30 loops the second time, or I guess every row. So let me count. I think I have 29 right now. So I think there's one more I need to do, but I just want to make sure. So I have my 30th loop. So I'm gonna make another loop inside that 30th guy. So just take it and make it another loop inside. So that should be my row, my next row. It should be the third row that I'm doing. So let me just unravel some of this guy. Just like keep it over here. So then I just go back and go through those loops. So hopefully this is done correctly, because if not, I'm about to find out. I think this is gonna take forever, like a few hours, now that I think about it. I thought this was something I can knock out like super quick, but I don't think that is. Just taking the tail, picking up the next loop, sticking it through to make another loop. Okay, so I moved you guys so we could try to see this a little bit better about what I'm doing. So I'm taking the tail of the last loop and then picking up the loop from the second one and just taking the tail, if my hands weren't in the way, taking the tail and just sticking it through to form another loop. And I think this was the last loop, so then I just stick it through. Now that we have the last loop done, I'm taking the tail and I'm going to stick it through the last loop. And then I need to put that on that side, because now we're going to go the other way. So make sure that the tail's on this way, because we're going to go back down that way. You guys, I think I've been doing this for maybe 2 hours. I don't even know how long it's been. I don't know what time I started. And this is all that I've done. So yeah, that's all I've done. If you guys can see it. This is all that's been completed so far. So there are some parts that are pulled more than the other, but you can like go back and like fix it so like their holes are not so big. But this is gonna take forever. So Justin's home now. It's that late. I started this when the sun was out. And I'm not even done with the first spindle roll, whatever the heck it's called. So this is all that I have for now. It's just, this is the top and this is the bottom. And I've been on it for hours. And I didn't even make it long enough. So I'm gonna take a break and then probably try to pick this up tomorrow. Hopefully I can finish it. Here's to finishing it. So I just wanted to show you guys what I ran out of the first thread, or yarn I guess. What I just did is opened the second one and just made a knot in it and it just kept going. So I think that's just what you do, because they kind of are looped into each other, so they should be able to hide pretty like easily. So it's just like that little blob. It is a new day because it took way too long last night to try to do this. So this is how much I've done so far of the blanket. Now, learn from my mistakes, because I had started off doing these super big loops, which caused them to have super big holes, and which I didn't realize halfway through because I wasn't thinking that I was just going to do smaller loops. But now the end of my blanket is super like wide, and then this part isn't. So it looks pretty funny. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. So I think I've come to the end of like what I want to do. We kind of measured it. It looks like 3.5. I don't know if this is actually half. Is about the amount of the bundles of yarn that I use. I just finished my last, I guess, row that I wanted to complete. So how you finish this off is you just act like you're gonna make another row. So at the end, you make a loop at the last one, and then you make another loop on the second one in, like you're, again, doing another row. So you have these two loops, And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the inside one through the outside one, and then you have just one loop. So what you're then going to do with the tail part is put it through the next loop, so the third loop, and make a loop. Now you have 2 loops again. So you're gonna put the inside one through the outside one. Again, you're just gonna repeat that all the way down so it kind of finishes off the blanket, I guess. Okay, so when you get to the end, you go all the way to the corner. They said you're just supposed to tie it in like a knot. I'm gonna do double knot. And then what you do is you just tuck in the tail into the blanket. So I'm just gonna cut like a little tail off. I can cut it. There we go. So then what you do is you just weave it through, I guess. And there's my blanket. If you did it tighter, you wouldn't have this holes, but I mean, I made a blanket knitting with my hands, I guess. I think it'll do its job. Let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if you think I actually made a blanket, if it came out good. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.